hot topic of the day, sponsored by Burger King. Kyler Murray made himself eligible for the NFL draft this week, so now the question is, how high will Kyler go? USA Today has him being drafted 6th to the Giants in their newest mock draft. That would pair him with Saquon Barkley, Odell Beckham Jr. to create a very scary offense. And ESPN's Todd McShay listed the Heisman Trophy winner as the 24th best prospect overall. He said Kyler is, quote, the most athletic quarterback prospect since Michael Vick in terms of quickness and speed. Shannon, which NFL team is the best fit for Kyler?
I like the Giants fit.
Really?
I really do. They play a lot of 3 wide receiver set. Saquon runs the ball extremely well out of the 1-back set. Kyler played a lot. Basically, that's all he played in, either the empty set or the 1-back set, Skip. But I was wondering, since Burger King is the sponsor of this segment, can I get a certificate for those French toast sticks, Skip?
You just thought of that right now?
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Are you hungry, or what's the problem?
Yeah, I just want to, I pass all these Burger King. I want to be able to go in there and take my gifts.
I'm sure we could arrange
well,
that.
I do like it. I do like him to the Giants. But let me tell you what, Skip, I don't know if he's going to get to the Giants. Because you know who I think going to take him? Because this guy, he loved Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
He loved Johnny Manziel.
He did.
And I don't believe those 2 quarterbacks can hold a candle to this quarterback. So with that being said, I don't see him getting past the Raiders. I know they have Derek Carr. But I don't believe John Gruden is in love with Derek Carr.
I agree.
I believe he would be in love with this kid.
For a little while.
Yeah.
You know, he is a quarterback.
Yes.
It's a tough one.
And John, I don't know how well this kid could take that kind of tough coaching, Skip.
Yeah.
John Gruden is an old school coach in a new age, new wave type game.
Yeah.
And the way you talk to your former quarterback, Rich Gannon and maybe Brad Johnson, some of these others, I don't know if you can take to that. But I don't see him, this young man, Kyler Murray, getting past the Raiders. If the Raiders stay in that spot, I don't see him getting past them because John Gruden loved the athletic, mobile quarterback that can throw the ball, that can run the ball. He can put him on the move and do so many different things with him. I like him to the Giants. I think it would be tremendous to have Saquon, Odell. If Odell's there, I don't know what the Giants, no telling what the Giants might do with that situation. I think it'll be a great fit, but I can see him going to the Raiders. They got 3 first-round picks.
Well, at least the Oakland fans could say, well, he's not an A, but he's a Raider, right? So they might be a little pacified there.
Skip,
Like,
you're getting ready to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
And what do you need in Vegas? You need show. You need splash, pizzazz.
It would be
That
a
is
splash.
true.
I'm with you. I know John Gruden pretty well, maybe very well. I don't think it'd be a good fit with Kyler.
Really?
Even though he might fall in love. He might fall head over heels in love. I just think he needs another Rich Gannon or Brad Johnson. He needs a veteran, tough guy quarterback who will talk back to him and tell him to shut the you-know-what up during games when he goes a little crazy. He goes into Chucky mode.
Correct.
And he gets profane and he ridicules and he dismisses and it's hard to deal with. But if you can talk back to him, as Rich Gannon could really talk back to him.
When he asks you what the bleep are you doing, you say, I'm running the offense.
I'm doing this because I'm trying to do that.
Right.
Okay, I got you. Kyler's not going to be able to do that early on.
Right.
I'm just not sure it's a good coach-quarterback fit. Obviously, the best coach-quarterback fit would be Cliff Kingsbury. You'd have Big 12 Arizona style, right? Because Cliff Kingsbury would do... he'd just work wonders with this. He'd let him do exactly what he did at Oklahoma and what Cliff did as a branch of that Oklahoma offense in Lubbock, Texas.
Right.
So is that going to happen? Would they really pull the trigger on that? Again, they hired Cliff Kingsbury, which was shocking enough to me. Could Cliff talk that brain trust there, the owner, into, we just got to move on from Josh Rosen. Let's just auction him off to the highest bidder. Maybe we can get a first for him, and let's go with Kyler with the #1 overall pick. It would jumpstart that franchise because you'd have a hot new coach, even though he has no coaching credentials NFL-wise or even really college-wise to speak of.
Right.
And yet, if you threw Kyler Murray in there, would that not reinvigorate that town and that team?
Yeah.
Okay, so is that going to happen? It's probably a long shot. Gruden is a real possibility, which would scare me for Kyler. But I tweeted about this last night just because it just struck me. If you put Kyler at quarterback and Saquon at running back and Odell at wide receiver in New York City, would it not be voltage? Again, your Vegas point is very valid because it is Showtown. But How about New York? Would this team not suddenly be the toast of New York again? Because it would be back page headlines every day.
Oh, they're going to win the headline page. But Skip, they'll be the offensive line help too. Because
Okay,
they can't be running for his
do.
life.
And it would also scare me in a different way. I'm not the biggest Pat Shurmur fan because he is old school. He is conventional, drop back passer.
Yeah.
He did help Andy Reid coach Donovan McNabb early in Philadelphia, but I don't know exactly how much he had to do with it because Andy did everything.
Right.
Andy was the coordinator and the head coach, right? So, again, I watched
But what about the offense in Minnesota, Skip?
What's that?
They went to the NFC Championship game.
Okay, maybe, but could he adapt to this? Because his son, I watched his son all year at Vanderbilt, Kyle Shurmur. Nice college player. I'm not sure he has a pro future, but he's just real conventional drop back passer, not very mobile, not very athletic. That's all Pat has really known. Could he adapt to Kyler? Because you got to let him do some of the things he does.
You got to let him do most 90% of what he does.
But here's what I love about Kyler. And I told you this early on this year, and I'm just watching this from TV. He has a supreme athletic confidence about him that borders on arrogance, but it's not hard to take. It's real. Remember, this kid never lost a football game in high school. He walks on the field like he belongs there. He plays the game like he knows he's good, and the defense also knows he's good. He's a playmaker who knows he can make plays. I just like the way he carries himself. It's completely the opposite of Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield was always the overachiever, the underdog, the fighter, chip on his shoulder. You know, screw you, I'm going to get you. And he wants to talk back at you, and he wants to do this and do that. He wants to throw a football and hit the TCU kid in the head. He wants to fight you playing football. And this kid is the complete opposite. He's quiet, and he carries himself with athletic dignity. And you've been around stars who they just know they're good.
Oh, yeah.
This kid, he's little, but he is stout and he is good. And there's no moment too big for him. There's no stage too big for him. He would walk onto the New York Giants stage and he would own it. He would be just fine in New York.
Because I think the thing is, Skip, is that if the Raiders select this kid, even though it would be with their pick because they finished terrible, no matter what happened, if he turns out to be good, people 10 years, 15 years from now, oh, they got him in that Khalil Mack trade, or they got him with Amari Cooper. It don't matter. It doesn't matter what you do with the other two picks. You get this kid, and this kid is as good as people think he can be, or as good as he showed in college. Who cares? Who cares what you get for Khalil Mack in that slot? Who cares what you get for Amari Cooper? Because all is forgotten. You need that guy. It's nice to have any other position. But if you can hit, you can land Moby Dick with the quarterback position.
Yep.
Everything else is a piece of cake.
So wouldn't it be something if Kyler Murray went Eli Manning on John Gruden and told John Gruden, said, hey, nope, don't take me. If you take me, I'm playing for the A's.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play for the Raiders. I'll play for the A's if you take me.
Right.
I'm going to New York or I'm not playing football.
So you want to throw his little weight around. It ain't much about $1.65, but throw it around.
I think he's more 195-ish.
Man, that man ain't no 195.
I think he's put together.
No. Jenny say no.
Pure muscle. I didn't say that.
Jenny say no.
Jenny said yes.
I think he's a strong kid.
Yeah.
He's still in that box. Well, tell the truth.
What?
Why you had to take your heels
I did
off
some
and talk
research in an old photo from an interview with he and I, and it's pretty much just I'm 5'8" and 3/4.
Okay, and you look at eye to eye.
Got me a bit, but think about the cleats.
Yeah.
Did some
And you
research.
barefooted.
I was not barefoot on the field. That I can confirm.
Well, he would be the shortest starting quarterback in the history of the National Football League, but
he might be one of the shortest players.
Yeah.
I don't know, Sproles might.
That's okay. Someone's got to be that short guy. He doesn't mind. He's got the confidence. He doesn't play like he's a small kid.
Hey, don't worry about it. When he stand on about 14, 15 million guaranteed, he be real tall. He be about 7 foot tall.
Oh, okay. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
And if he goes in the first 5 or 6 picks, his money he's gonna be just fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Saquon got 28 million fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
That's with the number 2 pick. So you normally get a 10% increase of what. And hold on, now quarterback Skip, he's gonna probably get a 15% increase from where he went, where that spot was selected.
Yeah.
So he'll be all right.
All I know is if they land Kyler my Cowboys are in some trouble playing those Giants because that would be
Your Cowboys in trouble regardless.
That would be
walking to him.
firepower.
We're going to talk about that later. Walking to him there.
Do you know how happy Odell would be? Because the greatest thing Kyler did for Hollywood Brown is he can let you uncover because he can just escape, and he'll escape to throw more than to run many times. He'll buy time, and you can just run all over the place, and Odell would find himself wide open for lots of deep throws.
You're right about the star power, though. You mentioned the tweet. I saw how many people retweeted and responded.
Wow.
Everything we say about Kyler,
It just explodes.
He's got that star.
So you're going to pretend like Philly ain't make a decision yesterday.
Okay.
Who?
The Eagles.
The Eagles.
We're not talking about the Eagles yet.
They're dead in the water. They're stuck with your guy.
We'll talk about them a bit
Limp
later.
it to him.
But first, we're talking about
limp it to
Antonio
him.
Brown. Is he too much of a diva? His former coach says yes, and we'll discuss that with James
This will be
Harrison,
hot.
who knows him well, next.
And I won't back down.